On to the pass catchers, the wide receiver position, which honestly, it's kind of becoming like the hottest position. Like it's sort of overtaking running backs in a sense.
Yeah,
that's up for debate. But
I mean, I've been telling you, receivers are the way to go.
Yeah, maybe that is the way to go. All receivers.
Yeah.
So,
I'll start. I have Aiyuk this week.
More today than they did a week ago against the Giants.
Second down, 17. They're putting a couple guys on Williams. The pass right there. Brandon Aiyuk for the first time today.
Brandon Aiyuk.
Yeah, 2 weeks in now from his holdout, picking it up, and as I mentioned before, Debo's out.
Yeah.
So Aiyuk is going to get more featured. He's going to get a lot more targets, and I don't see a scenario where Aiyuk doesn't even score. He scores a touchdown at least.
Guaranteed.
I mean, they're playing against the Rams.
All right. Say it to the camera. Guaranteed. Guaranteed.
To my head. Guaranteed.
Okay. Brandon Aiyuk.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that fits well with
I think it's, and I consider it like a boom because he's been underperforming the past 2 weeks too, and I'm sure some owners are feeling a bit
doubtful.
Like worried, like kind of getting not desperate, but like, you know, if I offer to trade, like for example, let's say you own Aiyuk.
Yeah.
I offered you like straight up Godwin.
Yeah.
Would you take? You would consider it?
Aiyuk for Godwin?
Yeah.
I consider it for sure.
That's what I'm saying.
But at this point, no.
You would hold out because
right.
Because like that's how.
Yeah.
I'm sure worried the Aiyuk owners are right now.
Right. Okay. All right, my wide receiver boom this week is Jameson Williams.
Golston is kind of upset right now.
On first down, the end around Williams with blockers in front. Williams inside the 25 and tripped up as he gets to the 20-yard line. 15 yards.
On the Lions versus the Cardinals. I feel like he's becoming
more reliable.
And like I think he's a top 10, top 15 receiver right now. Cardinals defense is ranked 10th worst in terms of passing league or passing defense. He had 20 targets the first 2 games. He had 9 and then 11, even with, which is crazy because Amon-Ra got 19 last game. Can you believe that? 19. Maybe I read that wrong, but I saw 19. I was like, what the flip? Yeah, you might want to fact check.
I will fact check you right now.
I saw that and I was like, that was the stat line still with 19 targets?
19 targets.
19 targets, right?
19 targets.
That means Jared threw 30 of his balls just to Amon-Ra, which is crazy. And so,
dude,
19 targets, bro. It's crazy.
Jared Goff threw the ball 55 times.
55 times. Which is crazy.
Dang, dude. Our shoulder must be hurting.
Nonetheless, like he's had a lot of targets in the first 2 games, and I think he solidified himself. Like they finally have a receiver too.
Gotcha.
And with all the attention on Amon-Ra, I think his potential is high because he's kind of like the field stretcher. And against the Cardinals D, I think he's going to have a big game. And I mean, he's becoming a must-start player to me. So I really like Jameson Williams.
I mean, the Lions got lucky with him. I mean, a lot of, he started with a lot of controversy.
Right, injuries.
He had the gamble.
Was that him? I don't know.
I thought he was one with the gambling thing. And that's why he couldn't play the first 6 weeks.
I think that was him.
Right?
Yeah.
But
and then he got hurt.
Yeah, but I mean, great pick for the Lions. Like, Dan Campbell knows what he's doing.
Like, if he's good, the Lions are gonna be dangerous. So.
Yeah. My receiver bust.
Wait. Oh, you just said your boom, right?
Sorry. Right. Okay. It's a big bust. Mike Evans.
Iron sharpens iron. Mayfield has time, and there's Mike Evans. First catch by someone not named Chris.
Mike Evans.
Yeah. Even after he just had a bad week.
Yeah. Playing against the Broncos, who have been killer pass defense. Top 5. They held DK to less than 30 yards or 40 yards for week 1.
He's probably going to be covered by Surtain.
Pickens, their Steelers' best receiver, only 29 yards, 2 receptions.
Yeah.
And I think, as I was talking about, Godwin is going to get the ball more.
Yeah.
Week 2 showed a lot of connection with Baker.
He should have a big game.
The Broncos are more susceptible to be broken down in the middle. And so that's also why I think Mike Evans is going to have a harder time. And also, I think the Bucs are just going to hit the middle way more.
You're going to have to start him, though, right? So just don't expect a lot.
Yeah, it's going to be a disappointing start.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mike Evans.
I mean, I think the only way... Okay, oh my gosh, it's going to suck to say this right now and it happens, but the only way Mike Evans does anything is like he's going to get like 2, maybe 3 receptions for like 15 yards, but 1 touchdown.
15's a little, dude. 15's like, that's crazy, but okay.
I know, I'm crazy. First time we go, this is
Okay. Okay, Mike Evans with your bust.
Yeah.
My bust this week is Jaden Reed.
For a field goal on the first drive. It's a bubble to Jaden Reed. Trying to use his speed in space, and they do. 21 yards on the first play.
Oh, okay. Our week one champion hero.
I know, but like, I think actually that is the highest performing receiver performance by Jaden Reed.
Oh, like this season so far.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And because of that, he's ranked so high.
Oh, I see. He got inflated.
And so last game was pretty poor. Now, granted, Jordan Love's hurt, right?
Yeah.
And he still is probably going to be hurt. And so he had 2 targets last game. He caught them, fair enough. And his fantasy day would have been really bad if he didn't have a rushing. But she had about 40 yards, I believe, 43 yards. I don't know the exact number actually, but nonetheless, it was his rushing attack that got him most of the fantasy points. But with Willis, I expect them to still use him in running packages, so there's potential there. But in terms of the passing, it's going to be. This was surprising though. While I was doing my research, Titans are the number 1 defense in the NFL.
What?
Yeah, number 1 defense in the NFL in terms of yards allowed.
Oh, yards allowed.
So they've allowed 200 yards per game.
The Titans,
right? Which is crazy. But if you think about it, it makes sense because they're always in the game. They're always in the game. It's just Will Levis just blows it up. It's just crazy.
Can you be the number 1 defense if points, yards gained, but like you throw pick sixes all the time?
But yeah, so Tennessee is surprisingly a decent defense.
Just a terrible offense.
Yeah, I wouldn't say terrible. Just I don't even know what to call it. Just terrible quarterback play.
Yeah, man.
And so I think it's hard for me to trust. I honestly would not consider starting him until Love comes back.
I see.
Right. And so it's a bit of a gamble. And so I'm not a big fan of Jaden Reed this week.
Man. Yeah, week 1 champion, man.
Really, he really did.
Yeah.
He really did. That's might be your hottest take ever.
Yeah.
Best take ever.
I know. That's spot on. That was great.
People were actually coming up to me. Like, I saw Lawrence the other day, our friend, and he was like, dude, that Jaden Reed pick was on point.
That's hilarious. Yeah, sometimes, just watch Mike Evans.
Yeah.
Moving on to sleeper, I have Khalil Shakir.
Samuel sets up bottom of the screen. Now you got the pass over the middle, and it's caught in traffic. Shakir, and here comes
playing against the Jags. As I said in the beginning of this, like before the season started, he has one of the highest, if not the highest, pass catching rate out of all receivers. So far, the first 2 games, he's 8 for 8 for about 100 some yards.
Like 8 targets.
8 targets, 8 catches. I think Josh Allen's realizing now, developing more of the chemistry with him. He's his receiver 1. I know Kincaid's getting a little bit more action, but I mean, when you need someone reliable as Shakir, and playing against the Jags Monday night, they at home.
Yeah.
I think he's worth a flyer.
I mean, would you say is he starting worthy for a lot of folks, you think, at the moment?
I think for
example, a flex play mostly right now.
So I think if you're in a 3 receiver league, he's definitely receiver 3 potential.
Yeah.
Like if I had him, like right now, for example, I don't have a receiver 3, and if I had him, I would start him. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think, and that with that potential too.
Yeah. Okay. Khalil Shakir, I like that. Mine is a bit of a deeper sleeper. Maybe a lot of people haven't heard him. I know for sure he's on the waiver, but he might be picked up after this recording, at the time of this recording. His name is Jaylen Naylor.
The fake. Block Bradbury. End zone. Touchdown. Naylor.
Jaylen Naylor.
I believe I'm saying that correctly. On the Vikings.
And
he's playing the 49ers. A very good team. But currently, I believe Jefferson and Addison are still kind of banged up. Jefferson left in the second half.
Yep.
Addison got banged up. And so I believe they'll play, but it's still TBD. He scored a touchdown in each of the first two games. And he's the clear number 3. Jaylen Naylor is playing against the Texans. Again, Justin Jefferson Addison might be banged up.
Oh, yeah.
So who knows? They might get hurt again. So there's a good opportunity. Nonetheless, I mean,
I think you mentioned something about he's scored touchdowns.
He scored 2 touchdowns in a touchdown in each game. They're playing Houston. I do think Houston is going to be a big challenge for the Vikings.
Like their defense not being their offense.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I expect Sam Darnold to throw the ball a lot.
Okay.
I do think Sam Darnold's going to have a big game.
I would like to apologize about the whole Sam Darnold hate I had earlier.
Yeah.
He's playing pretty decent.
He's pretty decent. Like, he's showing why he's like a number 1 pick. Yeah. It feels, honestly, can I be honest? It feels kind of like the Baker revival.
Oh.
Like, it feels like he's found his place. And so I do like Sam Darnold a lot. And so I do think Naylor could be a big benefit if, and plus, even if Justin Jefferson plays, I mean, everyone's attention is to him.
Yeah, but he still burns it.
I know, he still burns it, which is why
that Darnold touchdown to him was
beautiful.
That throw.
It's beautiful.
Like, I don't even know. I wish I was there live. Like, this TV can't capture it. But,
right.
Dude, that throw was
perfect.
So amazing.
Yeah. So, yeah, keep your eye on Jaylen Naylor. He might be available if no one picks him up this week, but
I assume he'd be available.
We'll see.
Actually, I don't know. Maybe because of injuries.
We'll see.
I see.